Hi, I'm Chris with Tate & Brown, and today we are going to be talking about ledge and what it's going to do for your lawn. Not for your lawn, but to your lawn. It's not a good thing. So we have a very lifelike artistic rendition of a side profile of a lawn. This, as you can see, is Kentucky bluegrass. And underneath in here, we've got some rocks. Okay, that's normal. You're going to see rocks around. This blank space we're going to call the soil. I didn't have a brown marker, so we couldn't actually make it look like soil, but you know what I'm talking about. Underneath the surface here, the roots of the grass grow down. And ideally, let's see if I can get a different color. We'll go with pink for the roots, not red. The roots should be about the same depth as the height of the grass. This is one of the reasons why you want to let the grass grow longer in the summertime, not cut it too short, because the roots actually tend to mirror the length of the grass blades, and so they can get water that's further down below. But you get over here, and this rock, as you can see, is right near the surface. So the roots are not very deep. Now, there's a couple of problems with that. Number one, that makes the grass less healthy. There's less roots to pull up water, to pull up nutrients, to feed the rest of the grass plant, so it's weak to begin with. The second part of this is this thin depth of soil, and what we're mimicking here is roughly an inch of soil, will dry out very quickly during hot days. The evaporation that the heat produces or causes will just dry this whole profile out very quickly. So this grass right here just has no water, and that can happen like that within a day. It's completely dried out, so the grass turns completely brown here. Once there's nothing, once there's no water, it browns out very quickly. The third thing that happens is this rock is kind of like a brick oven. You ever had pizza cooked in a brick oven? Well, this rock is like a giant brick, and on a hot summer day, it will actually heat up and continue to radiate heat, cooking that grass from underneath all the way through the night. So this stuff doesn't really stand a chance. You need about a good 6 to 8 inches of soil for the roots to grow down into, so it can continue to access the water that's being held down below. And you see over here, there's a couple of rocks, but they're probably okay. They're deep enough. And especially these areas right here, this is fine, because even on a hot day, maybe that surface area is going to dry out, but there's going to be water held down here. It's shielded by that layer of soil. It's not going to dry out as quick, and the roots of the grass are going to be able to pull it up and help to keep the life processes going. So what can you do about this? Well, you can't treat it. You can't put down a special fertilizer that will suddenly make it so that your grass can handle scorching heat from underneath and zero water. It just doesn't work that way. There's no chemicals you can spray on that will make the grass survive this kind of circumstance once the weather gets tough. What you can do is plan for the future. You can cut some of that grass out, pile up some more topsoil, very gently grade the surface up to something like that so that you have a thicker layer of soil, and then you're not getting that effect from the subsurface rock, which we also know as ledge. So, can fix this in the long term. You can't really do anything about it in the short term. Even watering the lawn with a good irrigation system will help to an extent. Typically speaking, get the water on there, it soaks that down, and within a few hours it's dried out again on a really hot summer day, and then the grass turns brown again. It's not able to hold up. You need a deep enough root system for the grass to be able to survive and thrive, and that's what you see over here, but you're not going to see in this area of ledge. So if you have ledge, it's something that you need to deal with once and for all by piling up enough topsoil to allow for a decent root zone so it can hold the water and keep the grass from cooking from the bottom. I'm Chris from Tate & Brown.